I go through the people checkout. Why do I do that? Well, there were certain things that were happening when people were going through these automated checkouts that they forgot to pay for things by, and it was by accident. And that accident turned into potential or that company thought they were stealing from them, which again, if you're on the side of the company, you're like, yeah, why you're stealing from us in a sense. So I say all that to say, having a robot versus the people, I'm always about the people aspect of things, because when you go to a restaurant, you're going for the experience. You're not going, yes, you're going for the food to eat, but the experience with it really makes you go out and spend the money. And this is coming from it, like saying, if you know how to cook, or and nowadays, like I said, you can order any meal plan from anywhere and basically won't need to go out. So I would prefer to work with a person, because I'm going there for the experience, the interactions, and what did this person, what happened today, and things like that. So that's what I would do. What about you, Phil?
Absolutely. Well, for me, if I'm in a hurry, I'm going to do the 10. I'm going to do the robot if I'm in a hurry. But if I want to have, like you said, an experience, I'm going to go to where I may get food that is not as great, but is okay. And I don't want to give any promos, but we have a really awesome Brazilian steakhouse. And if I felt their food was more like a 9, and I had great customer service versus a 10 with a robot, I would go to the 9. 7 is a little bit subjective on the lower end, but I think what is going to happen, based on what I'm seeing in industry, and you can go look up Porter's Forces. But Porter's Forces just tells us that based on the competition in the market space, you're going to see an attitude adjustments to the other business in the market space. So what McDonald's is doing, they might be first to market in that regard, but there's going to be copycats. And then the factors that determine who emerges first are now going to be something different. Maybe they now have to watch how they bring in AI with a human touch. Maybe you include a voice at the register as opposed to no voice, just pick your food and go, or something that will mimic the EI that everybody's looking for, because everyone wants to be heard and everyone wants to be appreciated. So very good conversation. We have another one from our buddy Hector, and Hector says this allows teams to customize their processes, talking about hybrid. Remember, we're talking about hybrid, and he went further to say could include automation or not. Very good points, Hector. And he says AI and automation are most valuable when you have too much data to analyze. And that's a very good point. Because, in this evolving world of ours in project management, tech is taking center stage. Project management software is becoming even more crucial. We're seeing I don't want to give them all the promos, but I have to mention them, the ClickUps, the Asanas, the Jiras, the Confluences, so on and so forth, right? We're seeing how these folks are more and more aware of technology. So as far as the point that Hector is making here, not only is tech taking center stage, but as he alluded to, data-driven decisions, they're becoming even more and more crucial for business. So using data analytics to identify roadblocks, to measure team performance, make informed decisions. We see this all the time, which is why data analysis is huge now. In fact, anyone who is not analyzing their data, no matter how big or small the company, they're leaving money. They're leaving millions and billions on the table. So we encourage project managers to have this new mindset, this sensitivity to AI and automation. Hector also alluded to this can help companies struggling to manage their project management portfolios and make data decisions. Going back to Diane's great comment about portfolio management, you got to also put in that spin, right? That spin of data analysis. And Hector says it can also help organizations to make better data-driven decisions. And he gave 5 organizational challenges of this industry we're in. There's a lack of standardization. Hello. Haven't you gone to companies where, you ask them, oh, do you have an approach to project management? And the answer is, no, project managers are mature enough to do whatever they like. What? So that right there is a problem, because there's definitely going to be an accentuation of standardization, even if it is in the world of Agile. I know the Agile Puritans are going to be mad at this, but even in the world of Agile, there should be some order. there should be some structure, there should be some governance. Okay. And then we also have here very good points from Hector. Hector's been a PMP. I met Hector, goodness gracious, Hector, that was like 15 years, 14 years ago. 14 years, 14 years ago. My goodness, it's unbelievable. It's been 14 years. He says conflicting methodologies. That's true. Just what I was saying, visibility gaps, resource allocations, conflicts, and absolutely cultural mismatch. Elvis, Mr. Anyawu, very good. Thank you for signing up to the webinar, buddy. We're looking forward to seeing you. And we love it when we see our friends on social media jump in to meet with us live.